Hi, guys. Let's pick up on chapter 22. It is our first chapter in part 2. So we left off with, at the end, Maniac left the Beals house. We don't know how long. Let's see. If you were the baby buffalo at the Elmwood Park Zoo, maybe it would have gone something like this. You wake up, you have breakfast, compliments of mother's milk. You mosey on over to the lean-to. Surprise! A strange new animal in there. Bigger than you, but a lot smaller than Mom. Hair, but only on top of its head. Sitting in the straw, munching on a carrot, like Mom does. Every morning, same thing. You get to expect it. Some mornings you forget Mom's milk and head right on over to the lean-to. The creature offers you a carrot, but all you know how to deal with is milk. You nuzzle. I love that word. Look it up. What does nuzzle mean? You nuzzle the new, funny-smelling, hairy-headed animal. It nuzzles you back. Mom doesn't seem to mind. After the nuzzling, the stranger climbs over the fence and goes away, not to return until that night. Only one morning, the stranger falls from the fence and lies on the ground on the other side. It doesn't move. You try to poke your nose through the chain links, but you can't reach. You only watch. Only watch. The old man was bumping through the zoo in the park pickup when he spotted the body clumped outside the buffalo pen. He wheeled over, got out. A kid! At first he could only stare at the body, then at the baby bison whose large brown eyes seemed to be watching them both. The mother came lumbering over, nodding as if to confirm. A kid. The kid looked terrible. His clothes were scraps, rags. Wherever his body showed through, it was bony and dirty and scratched. The two bison staring, seemed to say, "Well, do something!" The old man gathered his own bones and muscles as best as he could and managed to hoist the kid and get him into the pickup. He laid on the seat, bent his legs so he could close the door. He knew he should take the kid straight to the hospital or a doctor, someplace official, someplace right, but the pickup just sort of steered itself back to the bandshell, and there he was, lugging the kid into the baseball equipment room. The season was over by now, but the army green burlap bag still stood ready for the next to call. Play ball! He yanked out a couple of chest protectors and laid the kid down, careful with his head. At least he was breathing. Though it wasn't cold, it seemed as if the kid ought to be covered, so the old man took the winter work jacket off the hook and laid that over him. Then he waited and watched. With trembling, dusty fingers, he touched the kid's limp, scrawny hand. He had never really touched a kid's hand before. "Hey!" The kid's voice was barely a squeak, but it threw him back. He dropped his hand. "Where am I?" The old man cleared his throat. The bandshell in the back equipment room. The kid's eyes squinted, blinked. "And you? What about me? Who are you?" Grayson, do I know you?" He got up. "Guess you do now." He went to his hot plate, heated up some water, and made some chicken noodle cup of soup. He gave it to the kid, who was sitting up now. "You want a spoon?" He looked as though he could hardly lift the cup. He held it with both hands and gulped it down. "Huh?" he said. "Never mind. You still hungry?" The kid flopped back down. "A little." "Wait here," said Grayson and left. 10 minutes later, he was back with a Zepp, a large. It took the kid less time to polish it off than it had take Grayson to get it. He told the kid not to eat so fast that he'd get sick. The kid nodded. Grayson said, "Where'd you get them scratches?" "Oh, some picker bush. What were you doing there?" Hiding. Who from?" "Some kids." "Where?" The kid pointed. "Somewhere out there, some other town." He crossed his legs Indian style on the chest protector. "Can I ask you a favor?" "Shoot. Can we go somewhere and get some butterscotch crimpets?" Grayson squawked. "Crimpets? You still hungry?" "For them I am." Grayson threw the greasy Zepp wrapper into the wastebasket. "I don't know. Maybe you ought to do something for me first." "Like what?" "Like tell me your name." "It's Jeffrey Magee." "And where you live?" "Well, I did live on Sycamore Street, 728. Did. I guess I don't anymore." The old man stared. "You said Sycamore?" "Yep, ain't that the East End?" "Yep." With his fingernail, he scraped a path of dirt off the kid's forearm. He stared at it. "What are you doing?" the kid asked. "Seeing if you was white under there." Neither spoke for a while. At last the kid said, "Anything else you want to ask me?" The old man shrugged. "Guess not." Come on, don't ask. Don't stop asking." "I'm asked out. How about the zoo, huh? Don't you want to know what I was doing at the zoo? At the buffalo pen?" The old man sighed. "Okay, what?" "I was living there." "With the buffaloes?" "Yep, with the buffaloes." "You like buffaloes?" "It was dark when I got there. I thought it was the deer pen. They switched the deer and the buffaloes around last month. Okay, with me, I got along better with buffaloes anyway. I'll tell you one thing, the old man sniffed. You sure do smell like one. The kid laughed. They both laughed. Then they finally calmed down. The kid said, any chance of those crimpets now? Grayson reached for the pickup keys. Let's go. So we meet a new guy, Grayson, who found our friend Maniac at a buffalo pen at the zoo. Really sad that that's where he decided to stay. And there is such a thing as butterscotch crimpets. True story, when I was in 5th grade, I still remember reading this very book. And at the very end, we made butterscotch crimpets. Look up the recipe. They're actually really easy to make. Don't want to give it away. Maybe at the end of the book, make some and kind of show you what they look like. I liked them, and I still remember that in 5th grade, and boy, that was a long time ago. So look up the recipe. Like I said, they're actually really easy to make. So you can kind of relate to what Maniac's talking about, that he's obsessed with eating these crimpets. So part 2, we are now located in the buffalo pen. Is he going to stay there? We meet Grayson. I will say Grayson is a good character. He's a positive influence on Maniac, so he means well. So keep reading. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'm here if you need anything. Talk to you soon.